slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And hoo-ha, we're back with more Jumpstart spoilers for Foundations. Hoo-ha. So this is Taborax, Hope's Demise, also called TurboTax. Black and 2 for a 2/2 Legendary Demon Cleric with flying. He has lifelink as long as he has 5 or more +1/+1 counters on him. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Taborax. If that creature was a cleric, you may draw a card. If you do, you lose a life. Next up, we have Vito, Thorn of the Dusk Rose. We have, more reasons for life gain. A black and 2 for a 1/3 Legendary Vampire Cleric. Whenever you gain life, opponent loses that much life. Pay 2 black and 3, creatures you control gain lifelink till end of turn. You got Brothers Yamazaki, a red and 2 for a 2/1 Legendary Human Samurai with Bushido 1. Which means whenever this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. If there are exactly 2 permanents named Brothers Yamazaki on the battlefield, the legend rule doesn't apply to them. Each other creature named Brothers Yamazaki gets +2/+2 and has haste. So if you have both of them on the battlefield, they're 4/3s. Then they have the card that one of the dragons that I don't have that I've always wanted to have in Laughless Dragon Queen. 2 red and 4 for a 6/6 Legendary Dragon with flying. Whenever another non-token dragon you control enters, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. And for a red and 1, dragons you control get +1/+0 till end of turn. So a coordinated fire breathing for all your dragons. Hoo-ha! I love this dragon. And with that dragon's enchantment that we got in the main set, this thing can pop off all the time. Then we have Riona. Fire Dancer. 2 red and 3 for a 3/4 Legendary Human Wizard. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create X tokens that are copies of another creature you control. Where X is 1 plus the number of instant sorcery spells you've cast this turn. They gain haste, exile them at the end of the next end step. This could get out of pocket real fast. Then we have the return of Zada Hedron Grinder. A red and 3 for a 3/3 legendary goblin ally. If you cast an instant or sorcery spell, the target's only Zada Hedron Grinder. Copy that spell for each other creature control that spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. Yeah, in a goblin deck, this guy can do some stuff. Spell copying. So we have the return of Biogenic Upgrade, 2 green and 4 for a sorcery. Distribute 3+1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures, and double the number of +1/+1 counters on each of those creatures. So this is designed to be in the +1/+1 counters deck. And the return of classic Galta Primal Hunger. At a beefy 2 green and 10, you get a 12/12 legendary Elder Dinosaur. It costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control, and he has Trample. This is big, stompy creature. And Kodama of the West Tree, one of the best of the Kodamas. So a green and 2 for a 3/3 legendary spirit with reach. Modified creatures you control have trample. That means it either has equipment, auras, or counters on them. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. He does all sorts of good things for land-centric decks. Next up, we have Averna the Chaos Bloom. The only 3-color Jumpstart deck that's going to be in this particular set. It's a green, a blue, and a red for a 4/2 legendary elemental shaman. As you cascade, they put a land card from among exile cards onto the battlefield tap. So this is definitely going to be a land-centric type of elemental-centric type of deck. We have Shardless Outlander, which is beefy 7 mana for artifact creature, 6/5 artifact creature construct scout with trample, and has basic land cycling for 2. A little bit of draft chaff, but you can have the land cycling. It's a big body creature that can do stuff later on. Next up, we have Dropkick Bomber. So, this thing is absolutely a cool goblin to have. At a red and 2, you get a 2/3 Goblin Warrior. It's a Goblin Lord, giving your goblins +1/+1. And you pay a red until end of turn. Another target goblin you control gains flying. This creature deals combat damage, sacrifices. So this is your Goblin Lord that's the captain of your special teams that does punting and kickoffs. Hoo-haw. Pause for the cause. And we're back. Next up we have Dawning Marshal. So a white one for a 2/2 cat soldier with flying. Paying a beefy white and 4, creatures you control get +1/+1 till end of turn. Got Faithful Pike Master. A white and 3 for a 3/4 Rhino Monk Soldier. When it enters, create a scry. You can scry 2. As long as it's your turn, he has first strike. So not bad, but it's Jumpstart. It's a common. We have Nazar, the Velvet Fang. So this is black 3 for a 3/3 legendary vampire warlock with menace. Whenever you gain life, put a feeding counter on him. Whenever he attacks, you may remove 3 feeding counters from it. If you do, draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. Okay. Card draw. All sorts of crazy stuff you can do with vampires. Revoke Demise. A beefy black and 4 for sorcery that raises cost 2 less to cast. Target a creature card with mana value 3 or less. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield and you gain 2 life. Okay. Small creatures cost less. And you get a creature card and life. It's sorcery speed, but it's well worth the cost. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pleasantly surprised by this card. We have Scourge of the Undercity. So a black and 1 for a 2/1 Gorgon vampire with lifelink. That in itself is scary. When it enters, another target creature you control gains lifelink till end of turn. That's just freaky. Yeah. Yeah, combining this dude in the veto deck, which is probably in the veto deck. Yeah, not a... Okay, we got Gilded Scuddler, a blue and 2 for a 1/3 crab. It can't be blocked, and when it enters, tap target creature your opponent controls, put a stun counter on it. Hoo-haw. Artifact Crab. Phantasmal Shellback. This is kind of cool. At a blue mana, you get a 1/3 Turtle Illusion. Becomes a targeted ability, a spell or ability, sacrifice it. When it dies, draw a card. Okay. Be nice if this thing maybe had an extra mana and some flash on it, but yeah. Then we have Starlight Snare. A blue and 2 for enchantment aura. When it enters, tap target enchanted creature. You enchant the creature, tap it, and it doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Yeah, useful blue card. Then we have Wriggling Grub. A black and 1 for a 1/1 worm. When it dies, create a 2/1/1 black and green worm creature tokens. So it's worms. Not worm, but worm. We have Anep, Vizier of Hazaret, probably a cast-off out of the Amonkhet block. So for red and 2, you get a 4/2 legendary Jackal Warrior with Trample. You can exert it as it attacks. When you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. Till the end of your next turn, you can play those cards. We did Goblin Surprise. We got Scholar of Combustion, which is a red and 3 for a 3/2 human wizard. When it enters, exile up to 1 target instant sorcery card from your graveyard. Cast that card till the end of your next turn. Okay. Fun. And Spellslinger decks, you have Go Forth. Green mana for an instant reach. Search your library for a basic land card. Reveal it, put it into your hand and shuffle, or target creature gains +2/+2 till end of turn. Yahoo! We got Slimy Piper. Green and 1 for a 2/1 fungus bard. Whenever Slimy Piper attacks, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. If you control 4 or more creatures, it gets +2/+2 and it gains indestructible till end of turn. Ew. That the Shroofus Sapperling deck might not be a bad include. Probably is in that deck. We've got Spine Tyrannax, green and 4 for a 5/5 dinosaur beast. Beginning combat on your turn, you may pay a green and 2, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That creature gains trample till end of turn. This in the beast deck, probably. We've got Hungry Mega Sloth at a green and 2. You get a 3/3 Sloth Beast with Reach. Pay 2, tap it, and put a +1/+1 counter on them. Okay. We've got Razorgrass Invoker. Like all Invokers, it's a green and 3 for 4/3 Elf Scout with Vigilance. And you can pay 8. And Razorgrass Invoker, and up to 1 other target creature, get +3/+3 till end of turn. So, hoo-ha. We have Saurian Symbiote. So, a green and 3 for a 2/3 fungus dinosaur with Reach. Enters, choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. Yeah, that's fun. Woodland Liege. Green and 2 for a 2/2 Elf Druid Noble. Whenever a beast you control enters, draw a card. Okay. Starnheim Memento. A 3 mana for a artifact. Tap it, add a white mana. And pay a white and 1, tap it, target creature gets +1/+1 against flying till end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. So, hoo-ha, mana rock that you could put in your white deck to give your creatures flying. And a +1/+1. Hoo-ha. Battlecry Goblin. Red and 1 for a 2/2 Goblin. You can pay a red one. Goblins you control get +1/+0. Gain haste till end of turn. Whenever battle cry goblin attacks, if you attack with a creature with total power 6 or greater this turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. So, goblins and more goblins, because goblins. Well, that's all the Jumpstart spoilers I have. Hoo-ha! I told you we got some good cards in there that are useful, not only in the Jumpstart set, but in other sets where they're legal. So, this is just an absolute fun set. You've got a lot of anime alternate art exclusives and stuff you can get in the collector boxes and shattered glass foils and all sorts of craziness. This stuff is going to be around for 5 years. But there's all sorts of good stuff here. Good playable cards. It's a win all the way around. I love this set. We'll see you on the next video.